episode for you. Let's go. It's Saturday. Let's go. Yours truly from the nation. Let's go. I want me some glory though. Coffee. I got mine. Yeah. Hey, ho. Let's go. I said I'm gonna go to that pro shop. I said I'm gonna go get some jerseys for those who had that right game day number of the Dallas Cowboys winning. Y'all know how we do it. Yeah. The real ones, you know. The water can hit these. It won't disintegrate. Yeah. I'm gonna give you guys nothing. And I mean just that. Nothing but the facts. Hey. Ho. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on. Let's go. Are you not entertained? Hey, what's up, everybody? The name is Law Nation, by the way, and I really appreciate each and every last one of you all for jumping in and tuning in and being part of this episode. It just does something good for your life, your soul, and everything else. Everybody know how this thing go, baby. The beat of my heart, is crying Cowboy Nation. I can't believe it, Cowboy Nation. I cannot believe it, We play against the Patriots, right? And it is what it is. I get it. I flat out do get it. Now, I got some exciting stuff that's heading into the future for everybody. I did get a chance to get the authentic jerseys, and they are on the way. So shout out to 100 Grand. He said he ain't want a jersey. 100 just said he want one of those hoodies. So I got him all squared away. And that's in the mail. And Mr. Passion, yours is going to be in the mail, and Ashley, yours is going to be in the mail as well. So we got this thing going the right way, the possible way, the best way. I really appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. Thank those who got me to 65,000 subscribers on my YouTube. I really do appreciate that, by the way. All this work and you guys are showing me all of the love and adulations, and I really appreciate that. That's one of the smaller goals here, but the main goal is to just give you guys the information, right? There we go. And I can't do it without the help of you all. You know, you guys are the ones that really push this thing out, right? But Law, I can watch you on Roku, yeah. Law, I can watch you on Amazon, yeah. Law, I can watch you on Instagram, yeah. Law, I can watch you on Facebook, yeah. Law, I can watch you on Twitter and Twitch, you know. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Everywhere. But the YouTube groove, I really appreciate you guys for being here. And this is a testament of will and determination. I tell people all the time, you know, dealing with 2 kids, a beautiful wife, and a full-time job, and being able to give you guys this information. Yeah. It's not just me. It's all of you guys, all of you all. Shout out to you guys for making the donation. Pick and Pop, really appreciate you for that. And this is just the beginning right now. We got a long way to go. I know my goal is to get to 100,000 subscribers, right? But, you know, with you guys, I know I can get there. And it's in a journey in life. There's a lot of peaks, there's a lot of valleys, you know, there's a lot of ups, there's a lot of downs, there's a lot of situations where it's, hey, you want to throw the towel in sometimes, right? You want to say, hey, I can't take this stuff no more, man. I can't take this stuff no more. But tell them, let's listen to this right here.
Champions make different types of decisions. Write that down. For real, I'm just being honest. Champions are champions because they make different decisions. Champions make championship decisions. And this is what I want you to understand. Champions are always thinking about the decisions that they're making because it's the actual decisions you make get you the results that you get.
I tell people all the time, everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. Earlier this week, Amari Cooper said I couldn't help but think Super Bowl. Now, he got a lot of flack from people. And even I got a lot of flack from people, even when I reposted what he said, right? Thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall be established. You know, you should think highly of yourself. You should think, hey, when I go into school, right, in high school, I'm graduating. Not just graduating, I'm graduating top 10 of my class, right? You know, that should be a goal. When you get to college, you don't want to just be left with a student loan, which, you know, that just tend to be the things that happen. But your goal would be, hey, I want to get a position so that I can bring forth the wealth for my family. Not riches, but wealth. Same should be these players. They should look at this thing and say, hey, I'm going to the Super Bowl. And I can't help but to think of it because we're doing everything that's in process of getting there. Let me repeat, we doing everything in process to help me get there. Never satisfied. Never into that situation of thinking that
we all go through.
Look, let me see if I can find it right quick.
What? Ain't nobody about to give you nothing.
Nobody about to give you nothing.
Success is earned. Just because you stronger, bigger, and bolder, ain't nobody about to just hand it over to you. You gotta work for it.
You gotta work for it. You gotta work for it.
Say an alligator is so ferocious it'll kill a lion. But I can kill an alligator with my bare hands. Little old E.T., how? They say when you want to kill an alligator, you kill it right after it eats. Because right after it eats, it gets satisfied. And it goes to a state like it's almost paralyzed. Some of y'all in this room, are you paralyzed?
Are you paralyzed?
You had a little success?
Yeah, a little success.
You done what nobody else in your family has done and now you chilling? Come on, you ain't hungry no more?
See, you got to always be hungry. You got to always have that mentality, PhD, poor, hungry, and determined to make things happen. You know, so it is all possible, and I'm quite sure that Amari Cooper, he's thinking the same way. He's hungry for this. This is a game that we got to all be ready for. We can't just lay down and say, all right, you know, that's the team that we haven't won. We haven't beaten the New England Patriots, I think there was an excerpt saying since the 80s. Since the 80s, baby. Yeah, that's a long time. But you can't allow that to distract you. You can't allow that to change your mind. Speaking of that, and I posted this, and shout out to John Machota. He's originally captured this one. But I posted this in the community tab. Rain Dakota Prescott is a leader. It says, does Dak Prescott know how long it's been since the Cowboys beat the Patriots, with the big question mark? These are the type of questionings that they do at these pressers, right? And Dak responds, no, I don't pay attention to that or honestly care about that. That goes a long way. That goes a long way. I know we've got to play them since Sunday, and a win is only thing on my mind. A win. A win is the only thing is on my mind. Appreciate those, man. I think we got some donations to come in. Oh, my gosh. Woo-woo! Justin and Sadiq Whoop. Let the AI speak.
We have not beat the Pats since 1996. Let's end that streak with a blowout win this Sunday. $65 for 65K Law. Congrats.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it so
Salute
much.
Law, and I'm sure you will reach your goal and more. How Abbott damn Cowboys.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Man, I really appreciate that. Oh my goodness. Look, true story. True story. I went into this pro shop, and let me just show these little, and I really appreciate you guys. Really do. I went into the pro shop, and the lady recognized me. She said, oh, you do the Cowboys content. I follow your channel. I saw the picture you took with Michael Parsons. Oh, I wish I was able to go there. I said, the next time I go to the event, just give me anything. I'll get it signed for you. And she just welled in tears almost, you know. The impact of being able to touch people's lives, right, goes a long way. But it's not just that. She recognized me from the first time when I envisioned giving away things. And she said, why are you back in the store? I said, now it's time for me to give back to the people. And she said, oh, you just going to give them away? I said, no, these are some people that actually participated in I have a call-in show, and we do the who can guess and predict the score. And these people were so close to the score, and some of them actually got it right on the money, that I have no choice but to honor my word and give them authentic jerseys. I got it in a box over here. One is already mailed out. And she said, man, you manifest what you said you was going to do. That goes a long way. For this pro shop, I believe I hit that quarter for that day. Goes a long way, Cowboy Nation. And it's all through the help of the people, man. So I really appreciate you guys for the donations, because now we go back and we give these opportunity for people that bleeds the same blood we bleed. We all bleed silver and blue at the end of the day. Because I truly believe we don't like this team at all. No. We absolutely love this team.
Well, absolutely. I mean, anytime you're going through a long season like you are, you always get uptight when you have some challenges. And certainly Tyron's had a few the last couple of years, but it's good to know that he's going to be ready to go Sunday.
Okay, that's great.
Shoo, shout out to Stephen Jones.
I wanted to hear that vote of confidence, because this morning I saw basically every beat writer was saying Trayvon Diggs and Tyron will be questionable, will be game time decisions, and then Jerry just kind of went, oh, no, they're good. They're ready to rock. So do you feel the same way about Trayvon, that he'll be ready to go?
We feel good about it. It's, obviously a work in progress, but feel good both these guys are going to be out there and be able to play.
All right, and I'd love to ask questions just about you, but you happen to be on the same day that Jerry was on, and one moment this morning I thought was hilarious, and I just wanted to see if it was you that he was mad at. He was talking, and it was clear someone was in the office while he was trying to concentrate, and so we heard this little number. As he was banging the desk to get somebody's attention to throw him out. Was that you? Did you get in trouble today?
That wasn't me. I avoided that one, so I don't know who that was, but I'm glad it wasn't meant for me.
Stephen, you guys, we've talked about with Terrence Steele and what he's been able to do these last 4 weeks. It has he even exceeded expectations of where you thought he was? Or I know you can say some positive things about it, but it just seems like that to me. He has just made a big difference in these 4 wins you guys have had here recently.
Well, I'll say this: we certainly had a lot of confidence in Terrence. He's made of all the right stuff. He busts his butt every day that he comes to work. He's got the makeup of what you want in one of these. One of these NFL. Sorry, one of these NFL.
Yeah, all right. Steven.
He needs some milk.
You all right, Steven Jones? Hope all is well, man.
NFL tackles. And,
Eldorado,
on top of that, he's got great work ethic. He got great experience last year, which is invaluable. We all know how valuable reps are to players when they're trying to develop, especially young guys, and take that experience he got last year and then build on it with a great off season, getting himself stronger, and then really working well in the preseason. Obviously, Lyle had some limitations there. We weren't rushing Lyle into everything. So, he's really taken advantage of everything. And, you did feel like, there was going to be a good future for Terrence, and he's certainly taken advantage of every opportunity.
Yeah, well, shout out to 105.3 The Fan. I will share the link so that you guys can watch along and don't have me to pause and rewind. And you go right to this app right here. Beautiful app, by the way, by Odyssey. I got to say this, Cowboy Nation. Let us all stop what we're doing right now and put JP in the chat. I think that's the first initials of his last name, right? Is it Joe Philbin, right? We got to do this for him because this man been making all types of adjustments on the offensive line, even last year, believe it or not. Joe is one hell of a good offensive line coach, man. Especially the growth aspect of Terrence Steele from last year to this year. I mean, come on, let's give a round of applause for Joe. I just got to see JP all the way down, man. I believe, look, even I'm going to put JP in here. JP, man, because I just believe the prep and the preparation. This is not by chance, Cowboy Nation. This is definitely not by chance. Joe been ready for this team. I don't know who, real talk, I'm giving praises to Dan Quinn, right? We got to give praises to Dan. But in the same breath, we got to give praises to Joe. Even when we look at this situation with Tyler Biadasz and Connor Williams, for the simple strength that even when they're taking reps away from Tyler Biadasz to fix this thing, they are not waiting for the dam to break. They sitting there like, hey, let's put the restoration on the dam. We see some leakage here. Let's go rub this spot out. Let's go get some more concrete. Let's go get more equipment. I got to give that man a boatload of praises right here. One more time. Joe.
Well, there are guys like myself that were just all I was doing was spouting, he can't play, he can't play, he can't play. When that happens, do you guys hear that? Or is it just like, Broadus is at it again? I mean, we just got to go forward here. This is what we believe in the player. Does you get I'm not saying you get influenced, but do you guys hear when the negativity about a player's there?
Well, I don't want to bust your bubble, Brian, but I don't think too many of those coaches down there are paying a lot of attention. Not that you don't have a great eye for talent.
I'm just saying to the media. I'm just saying to the media. I'm just saying to the media in general, Stephen. I mean, I set myself up.
So.
I mean,
I don't think
I just included myself in the clown show.
No,
I guess,
you know I'm playing with you.
Oh, absolutely.
But at the end of the day, no, I don't think our coaches pay attention to the media, and sometimes. You see things and you just roll your eyes like, where in the hell did that come from? But, obviously we have our own evaluators, whether it's our coaching staff, and then, of course, we got our scouting staff, which also evaluates players every day, and so that we got second opinions. And but we have a great feel organizationally for where we think players are, and do not let what press or media may have to say about a given player. There's a lot of times they're spot on, whether it's good or bad, and there's other times when you give the oh wow, where did that come from?
It's Stephen Jones with us here on your home of the Cowboys 105.3 The Fan. You guys obviously.
Yeah, I love Jeff Kavanaugh. Y'all saw him earlier. He like the Mike linebacker. He's pointing out. He's directing and everything. He like, hey. Wide 80. No, that. Huh. I mean, he's coordinating this thing. I love it. Shout out to Jeff, man. Y'all be sure to check out Jeff's YouTube page, by the way.
A very concerted effort in last year's draft to throw a lot of resources at this defense. Can you talk about the returns from Micah Parsons as the 12th overall pick, Osa at 75, Golston at 84, Jabril Cox at 115? You obviously hope to get really positive contributions, but for a bunch of rookies, are they even exceeding what you thought you might get in year one?
Well, you hope that, when you draft this day and time in the salary cap era, especially when you have, a high-end quarterback, which we're so fortunate to have, that's, in a second contract, and you have to make those draft picks work. And obviously we have a lot of resources from an economic standpoint tied up in the offensive side of the ball. So you've got to hope you can come in and back that up with youth from a draft pick standpoint, as well as getting some value in free agency, which I think, with Dan Quinn sitting down with Will, myself, Jerry, and Mike, and saying, hey, here's my vision for the defense, and here's the type of players we're going to need. I think there was great communication and a great understanding of what we needed, and I think because of that, we did get some really good value in players like Kazee and Curse and Hooker, guys like that to come in, step up. A guy like Urban, a guy like Carlos Watkins, a guy like Basham. All those were valuable players for us this year. And the good news with that draft class, we've got a couple young ones that are going to be coming back. In particular, obviously our second round pick in Kelvin Joseph. It's going to be great to get him back and in the mix as well.
Stephen Jones here.
So what y'all hearing is they got the right spices added in. They actually got, when he's talking about Carlos Watkins, who one can argue that in the pinch he's been starting. Of course, he had the protocols he had to go through. And then when Urban goes in, Brent Urban, he just goes in and he stops the run. He shut down the run. They actually, this particular team, they crossed their T's and dotted their I's. Okay, teams can pass on us. That's okay. Think about it and look at it. When we're up, that's what you want to do. Those numbers could be skewed. Case in point, just to flip it around on you guys, 2016, we were pretty good against the run. Excuse me, not really, not necessarily, right? It's just the nature and the style that we played. In 2018, I think we were top 5 or something like that against the run. Teams just didn't want to run on us. They just didn't want to run on us. We started off slow that year, right? We made it to the playoffs, and then L.A. Rams said, hello, we're going to run on you. C.J. Anderson couldn't. I wish we can just put it like this. If we could just pick up this defense and do like that flashpoint and go back in the past, right? And just have this particular defense versus that L.A. Rams team. I wish they would try to run it. You know what I'm saying? The final score would have been, it would have been so totally different. I just wish you can just pick up this defense. Flashpoint, and go back in the past, But that's crying over spilled milk, and you can't put the toothpaste back into the tube. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? This defense can stop the run. And anybody who played any level of football, they would tell you, I would prefer a team to beat me in the air, not by running. No, that's demoralizing. That's physicality. That's effort. That's being selfless. When it's time for you to force on you, when you're on that force side, you got to come down and feel. That's the reason why they call it the force side. You got to. It's no, I guess I got to shoot through this body. Oh, no. That guard, the pull, and he 300 pounds, and I'm 202. I'm like, was it Ha Davis? God, you know what I'm saying? But the mentality now is different. I hope people can understand that. Because J. Ron Curse is going to blow through that. His mindset is like, hey, look, you 320, that's okay. I'm going through you. I'm getting to the runner. Parsons done already sniffed this out. So you trying to capture the edge. He's there. Even if he just gets your ankles. That goes a long way, Cowboy Nation. The mentality. Woo. Let me know where I'm wrong at, man. Let me know. Let me see. Clinton. Yeah. I'm talking about Ha Davis. He said, God! That comedian. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Ha Davis. I think that's his name. But Ha Clinton Diggs, he couldn't even, I don't know what happened with him. That was something else. But look up Ha Davis if you don't get that reference. I hope people can understand, get that reference point there. You know what I'm saying? So this team is playing different. Jonah Hill says Cowboys' new identity. I love it. The new identity. Is that right there? Balance of power. And I know this is more of another statement, but I have to use this as a definition point, right? Balance of power. Cowboys always been. We never had two things that didn't match good, right? Peanut butter, no jelly, you know what I'm saying? We had offense, firepower, no defense. Then the year we had defense, no offense. Running game. Offense is good, pretty much, but you can't throw the ball. Remember 2015? Where we were ranked in 2015. We can run it. We can run it up on you. Good defense. I said, dog, man, that defense. If we had, put it like this, if we had 2015 defense on the 2016 defense, the world would have been different, right? We just never have two things that match. But now, I come here to tell you guys, we got two things that match. Yeah, we got things that match now, baby. Woo! Appreciate you for that. The new can that be? Oh my goodness, can that be the situation there? The identity of this team. Oh my goodness. I've been searching. I've been looking for a long time to point out what's the identity of this team. And now I get it. We're balanced. That's the identity. Law, what is the Cowboys? Balanced team. Oh, gosh.
With you on the fan. What's it going to take for the Cowboys to get their first win in New England of the Jones family era? Not since '87. That was crazy to hear that this week.
Well, it was crazy for me, too, but then I went back to thinking about it, and I said, yep, I've left that stadium, old Gillette, and the new one, have left up there in Foxborough with a lot of frowns on my face. And, of course, a great organization, a great family-run business. The Kraft family, we have nothing but big respect for the Krafts. And then, of course, we would have went against that quarterback who did most of the he got the best of us, and Tom Brady, one of the greatest of all time. And now we're going to go against a coach who's arguably one of the greatest of all time. And you know they're going to be well coached. You know they're going to execute. You know they're going to throw things at you that are going to challenge you. But I like our guys. I like our players. I like our coaching staff. And I think we're going to be prepared and give ourselves every opportunity to go up there and hopefully get a win and break that streak.
It's a streak, and I think there was a spell with Belichick and Brady together. Even though Brady's gone, do you feel like you need to go beat them yourself to sort of shake off the mystique of the Patriot dynasty?
Well, I mean, hats off to them. I mean, no one what they've accomplished up there under the Kraft family, under Belichick, obviously for a big part of it, Brady. They've just been a dynasty, if you will, and certainly it's going to be. You're challenged every time you go up there. I was, even looking at some of Brady's comments before he went up there. I mean, there's much respect up there, so well deserved, and we better come in there prepared. I know their record is probably not where they want it to be, but there'll be a big challenge for us, and we're going to have to play our best football if we want to go in there and try to break this streak.
Stephen, I know for a fact that Bill Belichick has a great deal of respect for you and your father, and when you meet with Bill, you see him at owners' meetings and things like that. Is there something you could share with us that you've taken from him? It kind of like, hey, that kind of stuck with me. Something he said that kind of helped me along the way for team building or running your own organization.
Main thing is just how dialed in he is, and his focus on his vision for his team. I mean, you can tell he has a plan. He knows the type of players that he's after. Right. We've talked about that. We've talked at times about how we draft players that he likes and would have taken, and vice versa. They draft players that we like and would have taken. And but I think the biggest thing is he's just so committed and a great vision for what he wants to get done. And I think that's a lot of what we're seeing with this Cowboy team this year is, between Kellen, between Dan Quinn, under Mike McCarthy's leadership, I think we've got, a great vision for what we want to be as a football team, and we're executing it.
Well, Steve, then that's a wonderful answer. Do you worry, though, like you say, you look across the field and he's standing there on the other sidelines, do you worry about your coaches trying to do too much? Does that make sense at all? I mean, we're battling one of the best all time here, and we just got to kind of hang in there and do what we need to do.
Well, it does make. I mean, I certainly see where you're coming from, Brian, but I just think this team that we have this year, they're very confident, and what Kellen has our offense doing, our players on offense are, and same on defense, very confident in what Dan Quinn has in mind. And then, of course, all the messaging and all the, the things we focus on. I know I read the other day where certainly Belichick's number one all time in the turnover ratio being positive, and right behind him is Mike McCarthy. And I'll give Mike credit. Ever since he's walked in the door, all he's ever preached is the ball. And he's number two all time on that ratio. And we all know what that means. When you win that turnover battle, there's a good chance you're going to win an NFL football game. So, I just think we have to stick to what we're doing. We know he's going to challenge us, and but this team has a swag, a confidence. They're playing fast. They're playing with great cadence, and I just think we're up for this battle, and I think we'll play well.
Man, confidence is key. And what Stephen Jones just lamented there, man, goes a long way, not a short way, Cowboy Nation, especially when you're talking about a coach that's mentioned in the same arena, same room as Bill Belichick. Some call him Bill Belichick. But when you are preaching something and you see the things that you are preaching or teaching, working, changing the mindset of your players and the culture of this team, it goes a long way. I mean, we can probably go another 10 years with Jace and Garrett, and I'm not shooting at them. I'm not silly or denigrating him. That stat wouldn't have been mentioned, It wouldn't have been mentioned. And sometimes your length with an organization does not write out the true impact of it in a positive spin, because even if you look at Jason Garrett, yes, he's probably the second all-time winningest coach for the Dallas Cowboys. But in case in point, it goes back to what I said when everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. He didn't deliver. That's why I say, if you get a good coach in here, they can elevate these players and can pull out the greatness and exhibit it and exude it on the field and get the results, then that is what matters. And I come here to tell you, man, we getting turnovers, takeaways. This is not by chance. This is coaching. The adjustments. This is not by chance. This is coaching. I was wrong. I said, man, these players going to have to win in spite of the coaching or the coaches. I was flat out wrong, and I'll be the first person to admit it. Right? Ain't no shame in my game. That was the end of that interview. But that goes a long way, baby. Oh, it do. Shout out to your auntie. Appreciate you. And Jonah Hill says, Stephen Jones just lamented, basically, new dynasty. Yeah, I mean, everything starts here. And I like the fact that nobody's stepping on anybody's toes. There's no big eyes, no little U's. Everyone got their input, even if it's foolish. Like Johnny Bones, everybody got their input, right? Everybody got, every tub, old folks, right? Every tub must sit on his own bottom, right? Tub must hold himself up. Every department must hold itself together. But it's all work together for a common goal. To clean bodies, right? To hold substance, to hold water, the sink, the drain, everything. Y'all ain't hear me, y'all. Y'all ain't hear me, though. Oh, my goodness. Woo! Y'all gonna be telling your kids, man, law said every tub must sit on its own bottom. Yeah. And sometimes, Cowboy Nation, like I said, those labels that you put on players, it's time to remove them. That residue is hard to get off. Also, this organization, we tend to put things in boxes, right? We bigger than that. It's time to bust out of that box. It is time to bust out of that box. And I get it. People see the mud and they trying to shake it off and get it off quicker. Sometimes it's easier to get mud off once it's dry, right? Let that sink in. See, them old folks, right? Y'all ain't gonna catch that one though. And then Law said, wait. So you mean to tell me let the mud dry first, and then you can get it off better, opposed to letting the mud be sitting there wet and you trying to get it away? It's messy that way. Let it dry first. Oh my goodness. Last year was muddy. You dried up now during this off season. And all you had to do now is pluck that thing up off there. Rinse it off. It's back new. Cowboys organization been muddy for a long time. They never let it dry.
Game plan. Cowboys, Patriots, 3 25 on Sunday. I know a lot of people are expecting the Cowboys to continue to play well offensively. We all know Bill Belichick and what he can do defensively, and when Tampa Bay, with all eyes on that game, made Tampa Bay's offense sputter a little bit, and it was rolling.
Yeah, it made Tampa Bay, and by the way, Tampa Bay has weapons. You can say, well, they slowed down Tampa Bay. Wait a minute here. They've got weapons.
Evans, Godwin,
Brown, Fournette,
Jones,
We'll be
Howard.
Next time we see
I don't
him,
know
though.
if Gronkowski didn't play that game. So Howard had a decent game last night. And Brate, yeah, they have a ton of weapons. And the ultimate weapon in Brady. And it came down to a 56-yard field goal that they missed to try and take a lead late in that game. So I think everyone's trying to think or figure out if Belichick is going to have the same game plan to try to slow down Dallas's offense, and can he do it? And that's going to be the ultimate question. I think they're going to struggle offensively with a rookie quarterback, and if Dallas can continue to get the pressure that they've been getting, I think New England, even if they can't.
Look, let me just say this though, and I love to give the people time to spit their mind. It's 1310 the ticket, and Norm Hiskins and I think there's Donovan. Cowboy Nation. Leonard Fournette and Rojo, they good. They good running backs, but they ain't Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. They are not those guys. Let me see if I can pull this thing up. They are not. Let me see if I got it somewhere right here. They are not these guys right here. They if you look at this list, rushing leaders so far, Ezekiel Elliott number 3. I know you got to squint your eyes to see it, but he's number 3 on this list, and then Tony Pollard is number 10. I don't see Leonard Fournette name up there, nor Rojo, Ronnie Jones. Cowboy Nation. I get it. The Patriots versus Buccaneers game, and it was a good game, by the way. Good game. Go back and watch it. Some good opportunities made for us by the Patriots, especially on special teams, and utilize the middle of the field. And I'm quite sure that you got to play the mind set that Bill Belichick, he knows everything about Tom Brady. So he knew how to craft up things to slow him down a little bit. But I'm telling you guys right now, the balanced approach of what the Cowboys got, you can take all what you had thought of the Cowboys in the previous years and even game 1 out and throw it and just pluck it out of the window. The Cowboys found something in that Chargers game. And I believe that they said, man, lo and behold, we don't have to, because see, if you go back to the Buccaneers game, the Cowboys were still stuck in the mud. It was still wet. They were still thinking of the Jason Garrett administration style, even though they had a full year with Mike McCarthy. Think about this. Kellen Moore is very impressionable, right? They didn't know how to feature both backs. It was always just Ezekiel Elliott. And now that since that game, they utilized both backs and said, okay, it shouldn't have to be thunder and lightning. But what if I told you like ESPN 30 for 30? This thing can be lightning and lightning. Lightning striking twice. And this is the philosophy of the Dallas Cowboys. Case in point, we used to see for many of years the Cowboys do something good one game. And we were like, yeah, we're going to do it again the next game. And then all of a sudden they stray away from it. Go all the way back to 2019, I believe we were just throwing a rock everywhere, right, against the Minnesota Vikings. But the coaching staff had a finite philosophy that, hey, although we couldn't run it, we just going to try to run it, in that particular game. No, this team, they stick to what they do. They made the necessary adjustments. Oh, we running the rock? We can run? Okay, we're going to continue to do that. They going to try to change it up on us? No, it's no problem. Because now we just going to dictate what you doing, and we're going to take advantages of the situation. 2 singles, 2 deep safeties. Okay, that's good. Kill. Ball in the belly of Ezekiel, and he gets 7 yards. But this would not be a game featured Ezekiel Elliott first, second, third quarter. This is how it used to be, Cowboy Nation. Even in the Buccaneers game, first, second, third quarter, Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, Ezekiel Elliott, gasp. Now you put in Tony Pollard. No. This team, first series, Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, we see something that we like from Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard is now in there. So now they getting Tony in the rhythm of the game instead of just throwing him out there in the third quarter saying, hey, make it happen, brother. You know, you the second coming, you know. Y'all ain't following me, man. Come on, man. Y'all hit that like button, share this content.
Get the pressure. I think it's going to be tough for New England to score. So their thing is to try to slow down Dallas's offense so they don't have to try to get to 27, 28, 30 points, because I don't think there's no way New England's offense can do that.
Well, they haven't done it this year.
Right.
And we detailed yesterday, New England has terrible problems starting games. In the first quarter this year, they've scored 10 points. That's total. That's total in 5 games. And all 10 came against the Jets, who may or may not still be in the National Football League for all we know. And New England is not built to come from behind. They just are not. So, Donnie, let's go right back to the number 1 on the list. Let's go right back to the same thought as last week. Make this game about the Cowboys' offensive line. Boom, 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 boom. Just keep banging on New England.
I'll tell you what, it's no Vita Vea and Ndamukong Suh up front, but other teams haven't been able to run the ball too well against New England all year long either. They give up 3.8 yards a carry.
Write that down.
But the thing about it, they can't run the football. They only average 3.7 yards a carry.
Yeah, write that down. Write that down. Because what's going to happen here is that number finna get juiced. Oh, my God, that number finna get crazy. 3.8 yards. This is what the New England Patriots allow. So I don't want to hear the naysayers say, well, the Dallas Cowboys, they played against a team that blah, 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 blah. Y'all know how that go. So write 3.8 yards per carry down. And remind me, Law, when you said, Ryan Law, when I go live like 95 and we do the play-by-play tomorrow. I hope to see all y'all beautiful faces up in here. Remind me to say, hey, 3.8. And I'm going to say put 3.8 in the chat, you know, because that's their average. That's all they give it up. And why we seeing Ezekiel Elliott capturing the edge and Tony Pollard running through the guts, you know. I love it.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they feel they can attack Dallas's defense and try to move the ball up and down the field. It's going to be get the ball out of Mac Jones's hands as quickly as they possibly can.
Yes. And back to your point about them not allowing much of the run.
Appreciate you.
That's true. And that is a 5-game sample, which is a decent sample.
But they aren't against running teams.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly. And this isn't just any other running team. This is, right now, along with the Browns, the running team in the National Football League. So if your strength is running the football, run the football. And I think Kellen Moore will try to do that. Now, back to your point. Try is the optimal word here, because Belichick, I think, understands when Dallas can run the football, everything else works. They can throw the ball. They can run these jet sweeps. They can do rollouts. Dallas has a pretty inventive offense. But the base of the inventive offense, Donnie, is brute force. Dallas is a brute force offense.
Straight ahead, hit you in the mouth, move the line of scrimmage so their running backs can find the holes and get upfield. That's what they want to accomplish.
Well, Dallas now is in a situation where they've got 2 runners that could hit 1,000 yards this year.
2?
Yo.
Let's go back to that chart.
You know, we've got teams that have good tandems. The Browns have a great tandem. Oh, my goodness, they have a great tandem.
You better say great with us, too, Norm.
And Dallas is right there with the Browns. And I think Dallas, by virtue of a healthy offensive line that's about to get a little healthier, quite honestly.
Show of hands, man, and I know, Nick Chubb is an excellent running back. Would you try to remove all your Cowboys biasness, your Cowboys goggles, those type of glasses, those Cowboys tinted glasses. Who would you rather prefer to have? Nick Chubb and who's the other guy? Who's the other guy on the team over there in Cleveland land? Dang, I've got his name. It's the tip of my tongue. Is it Hunt? Would you rather have Chubb and Hunt or Ezekiel and Pollard? Just give me the arrows. Please give me the arrows. Chubb and Hunt. K Money says Chubb is better than Zeke, no question. All right. So Zeke and Chubb. Wait a minute now. That's impossible now. Come on. Would you rather have Chubb and Hunt or Zeke and Pollard? Okay. I see. I'm reading your comments. Yeah. Chubb is good, man. Chubb is good. He ain't no Ezekiel Elliott. He ain't no Ezekiel. He ain't no Ezekiel Elliott, Oh, my goodness.
That's what Dallas is about. And let's switch to your thought on Mac Jones.
K Money said, come on,
Mac
Lord.
Jones has thrown 5 interceptions in 5 games.
All participants are on hold. All participants are off
By the
hold.
way, that's okay. But they will not go downfield a lot. They will use the mid-range ball to Aguilar and Kendrick Bourne and especially Jacoby Myers.
Shoot, yeah.
But they do have 2 tight ends who are good players.
Right, sure enough.
And New England, I have to believe, and I'll bounce this back to you, I have to believe New England's going to run a time-conscious offense.
Sure. Limit those possessions. Like we talked about the pro game and the college game, the big difference in that. In college, you're going to have a ton of possessions, even when it's the third quarter, to do what you need to do. They're going to try their best. If it's not running the football, if they can't accomplish that because they haven't been good at it, they're going to use their passing game as a running game extension. Quick throws to the outside to get 3, 4, 5 yards at a time to try to keep that Dallas offense on the sideline. You're going to see a lot of that. Just ticking of the clock. That's what New England wants. That has to be the only way they see or feel that they can win this ball game, is to not give the Dallas offense too many chances to drive up and down the field and score points.
Do you remember last week when all of a sudden at game time the Giants didn't have 2 wide receivers? Well, I don't know. Maybe they'll play. Maybe they won't play. Andrew Thomas, maybe he'll play. Maybe he won't play their left tackle, and none of them played. Well, this week, there's a similar situation in New England. They've got 3 offensive linemen who may play or may not play. Well, Donnie, It does not take a genius to understand if you got 3 offensive linemen out this week, God bless the child. But there is a chance those offensive linemen come back this week. One of them? 2 of them? All 3 of them? Shaq Mason? A lineman named Owenu? And so it's really hard to make a definitive decision on what you think of New England, because if they're missing those 3 offensive linemen, oh, gracious sakes, they're in trouble in this game. But one gets the feeling, just reading reports from New England and everything, that somebody or somebodies will be back in that offensive line this week.
Shaq Mason went from not practicing on Wednesday to limited practice on Thursday. And Justin Herron went from limited on Wednesday to not practicing on Thursday.
Oh.
So.
Is there any news on Owenu?
I don't see him on the injury report.
Well, he'd be on the COVID report.
Okay.
And who knows what that means, by the way.
Now, for the Cowboys, it's Diggs who didn't practice. He hasn't practiced Wednesday and Thursday.
He'll be fine.
And Kazee, he hasn't practiced both Wednesday and Thursday.
Well, that's a little more worrisome.
All right, so what we got is the player comparisons of Nick Chubb and Ezekiel Elliott. Of course, one can look at it. Of course, Chubb came in the league in 2018, and Ezekiel Elliott came into the league in 2016. So there's a difference of games there. So far, Ezekiel Elliott got 51 tubs. Chubb got 32. So far in receiving category, Ezekiel Elliott got 11. Chubb got 2. Now, this would be crass of me to say this, but yards after receiving, Ezekiel Elliott got 2,012. Chubb got 612. All right, so we're going to look at this on a per-game basis juxtaposed to a total. So on a per-game, Ezekiel Elliott averaged 19 attempts, and this is a collective stretch, by the way. And Chubb averaged 15 attempts. Yards on an average over the gross years that they played, Chubb is giving you 83, Ezekiel Elliott giving you 89. They both average right at the same touchdown ratio. Ezekiel Elliott averaging a little bit more out of catching and receiving out of the backfield, juxtaposed to Chubb because they're not using them in that way. But what I like to do is with this comparison is to go back, and since Chubb played less games, so he said from 2018, we just go ahead and do this, and I can use the first few years of Ezekiel Elliott, but that'd be too much in favor of Ezekiel. So let me just use Ezekiel Elliott's. Let's go like, let's see if I can break down the years. Let me see, career. Let's start him right at 2018 as well. Let's see how those numbers favor. It should be in favor of Chubb's, but let's look at it though. You know, oh, lo and behold. So if we start everything back at 2018, just looking at from 18, you know, this is me using from 18 to present day, right? Ezekiel Elliott got more yards, right? He got 4,222 yards, and Chubb got 4,000. And Chubb's winning. He's 32. But let's not forget about Ezekiel Elliott 8 tubs on the receiving side. So 29 plus 8, I believe, is more than 32 plus there too. So I give it to Ezekiel Elliott being the more productive running back, especially from the fact that he got 1,380 yards receiving. Let's not sneeze on that. Juxtaposed to Chubb 612. So if you look at everything from a point-based system, Ezekiel Elliott, dare I say, is the better running back. Predicated upon the stats. You can't argue that. You know what I'm saying? I love when I put the body back. Who want to argue? Who run it? You know? And y'all know the level of BS we went through in the last few years, from 2018 to now. So, so there goes everything with the conversation. So back to the regular program. I just had to, stand firm with my guy. I'm used to these type of conversations, by the way. I'm used to them because there was a time that we used to do it on other situations, especially with quarterbacks and things like that. But I get it, I get it. So let's go back to the program that was at hand.
And Dorrance Armstrong didn't also. I'm sorry.
By the way, did you see that Tyron Smith was added to the injury list yesterday?
He had an MRI on his neck. He was limited on Thursday.
Oh. You hate to hear that injury to Tyron Smith because that's bothered him at various points of his career.
If the Cowboys get to 24, they win.
Okay.
And that sounds really easy for the Cowboys to get to 24, even in a game where they didn't play their best or were really a little sluggish early on against the Giants, and they got to where they got last week. They get to 24, they win because the Patriots aren't getting to 24.
I think you're right there. The Patriots, they got to 24 once this year?
Yes.
And it was last week. They got to 25.
They got to 25 against the Jets.
Yes.
In week 2.
And 25 against Houston.
For everybody, let me pause it right quick.
One more thing.
I've seen some people say you neglect the fact that you didn't implement the fumbles. Well, how many rushing titles? I haven't really paid attention to Chubb's rushing titles, but he could have won many rushing titles. How many rushing titles do Chubb have, by the way? I just want to know, for those who are wanting to know that too, let me know how many rushing titles he got as well, opposed to Ezekiel Elliott. So I want to know that, since y'all want to go back and bring up fumbles or what have you, and that's just what it is from there, how many rushing titles, I'm just asking for a friend,
You should mention about this. New England has year in and year out
zero?
Had really solid special teams. That's been one of the trademarks of Belichick's teams for years and years and years. And I think still there's this below-the-surface nervousness that Cowboy fans have about their special teams here.
Sure. And just the Foxborough effect. I wonder if that's going to have anything. I know home field hasn't been great in the NFL here the last few years, but I wonder if that's going to have anything to do with it. Like, there's no weather to be concerned with whatsoever, but still, just going to Foxborough, I wonder if that's...
There's so many factors in this game. And the biggest factor, I believe, is Belichick. He is a master in games like this of figuring out how to slow down what you feel is the heart of your offense. And that defense this year is still pretty darn good, Donnie. Like you said, they held Tampa to 19. Tampa did. Now, they will let you get up and down the field, okay? From the 20 to the 20, you think, oh, man, we're moving it. And all of a sudden, boom. Now, you brought up one other fact before we finished this yesterday, and that's New England has red zone troubles. Their offense is not good in the red zone.
Nope, 31st in the league. 16 red zone attempts, only 6 touchdowns scored.
Well, that would seem to suggest an under in the game, but they set the point total for this game at 50.5 points.
Ooh, sheesh.
That seems too high.
That seems like a lot, yeah.
So
almost like a sucker bet.
Like when you say, ooh, Vegas is saying, come here.
Come on over here.
Here you go. Just dangling the Twinkie in front of you. Here you go.
Here, little kitty, here.
We have a pick with that in the poll?
Yes.
Oh, ho!
Let me be straight with you. This is a radio commercial for 3 Small Business Insurance.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Be sure to hit that number right there to get in. We got a few minutes with you guys that spilled over, and that's before I get a chance to kick it off with my loved ones. But we got a few more minutes here, and I got my guy Rob. Let's go, Rob. What you got?
What's going on with you, Lo?
Nothing to it, Chief. Talk to me.
Man, I like Brian Brothers, but sometimes they ask the silliest question. What do you think about looking across over there at Bill Belichick? And believe me, I give Bill Belichick his credit. But they got to realize he has the players to do this with. Now, he ain't got the team he had. You coach what you got. And like those Rex Ryan used to say, ain't nobody going up there to kiss his ring. We're going up there to whoop his ass.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do. We ain't going up there to go over there and say, oh, yeah, what you done did in the past. Damn that, what we going to do now?
Yep.
Man, don't come telling us about it. We ain't scared of Bill Belichick. We going up there. He need to be worried about us. That's what I'm talking about. All this here. What about Dak Prescott? What about, like you said, Ezekiel Elliott? They talk about Ezekiel Elliott, the fumbles. What about his offensive line was in shambles when he made them fumbles?
Yep.
This man was trying to tote this team. Didn't have his quarterback.
It was a lot of stuff, man, that went left and right with the Cowboys. And just in case of point, I think that Kareem Hunt, and I'm not, trying to sully or denigrate that guy, but I think that he did something more egregious than what Ezekiel Elliott ever thought about doing. And it's all swept under the rug with him. Of course, he got suspended and he got kicked off of his team. But you guys get what I'm saying. We understand, It's always an uphill battle with the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. Anytime, man. If we look crossways at somebody, then, it's going to be blown out of proportion.
Right.
But on that list that you had of top running backs, how many of them teams was up there had both of their running backs in there? Dallas, the only one had Ezekiel Elliott and Pollard in the top 10.
Right.
So that tandem is in the top 10.
Yeah. And this is the first opportunity to showcase Tony Pollard because they're utilizing him more this year than they ever did before. So there's no tangible number that they said, hey, what about Pollard versus Hunt? Hunt was a premier running back at some point and still could be. It's just that, it's just not compare apples to apples. But Ezekiel Elliott is a premier running back still to this day, and his number still holds weight with those who are up there at the top. So I appreciate you, Rob. Thank you so much for calling in.
Oh, man, and thank you, Law, for all you do, my brother, because you bring the truth, man, about the Cowboys. You ain't kicking it just to be kicking it.
Yeah, you already know. Appreciate you. Work, hey, Rob, before you run, man, what's your score prediction, man? I don't think I got it from you. I got this book over here, man, that I'm putting down. What's your score?
42-17.
Woo! 42-17. Appreciate you, Rob.
All right.
Shout out to you. D Shift, man, what's good? You live?
Hey, what's up, Laura?
Nothing to it, man. Talk to me.
Man. Not much, man. Prediction, we'll go 31-13.
31. I'm writing it down. 13.
I like
keeping
us
it
going
mean.
On 5 possessions. I like us holding New England to 3 possessions and forcing 2 of those field goals. I think our running game's going to kind of take over. Kind of push these guys around. The defense, I feel like people still aren't, paying too much attention to this defense, which is fine.
Right.
That's more than, that's great. Because it's more the times, you're hearing about Belichick and his defensive prowess versus, what Kellen Moore is kind of, ascended to, and he's worked to. But you're not hearing about, what this defense could potentially do against New England and their very young offense. I hear a lot of if Mac Jones can do this, and that's what we were saying all last year, and
right.
That's ultimately not a winning formula when you got to go into a game and rely on a lot of ifs.
Yep.
and this team has like transcended past that. We're winning despite injuries. We're winning despite early fumbles and early just kind of turnovers and just mistakes, you know. So this team is kind of showing good signs of progress and past that. And I think the biggest thing is kudos to the front office just for kind of just getting better, bringing in competition. I know we kind of tend to latch on to a lot of these players, and you know they're quick to brand themselves, and you kind of fall in love with their brands. But they brought in competition, and you know it's good enough. It's one thing to be a starter, but if you're not top five, but your standards change as you kind of go into it. You know, it's not good enough for Dak Prescott to just be a starting level quarterback. You know, he has a standard that he's, I want to be a top five. You know, I got to be a top five quarterback now, and I think that's just based off of his standards. Let alone just what any linebacker or you just bring in a guy like Michael Parsons. One could say that you were good at linebacker depth. That didn't stop you from drafting a guy like Parsons, and look what it's done for your team.
No doubt.
And that's all across the board. The offensive linemen, cornerbacks. So just keep on, I just give them big ups for just bringing in these guys and bringing in competition, even though, we're not relying on that incumbency anymore. You got to, compete. And if your name isn't Dak Prescott, you got to compete.
Got to compete for it, man. I appreciate you, D. Shift, man. Good points, man. Thank you so much. Good points, man. Good observation. This is a situation whereas we look at it like, he's right on the point with this team making the adjustments. I think that it was Boss Cowboy. Shout out to him. Be sure to follow his page. He said, man, check out Will McClay. He's in the booth right next to Dan Quinn with his binoculars, with the headset on, and they're looking, they combing through everything with a fine-tooth comb, and they just not sitting there watching the game and enjoying it. No, they evaluating. So that goes a long way, Cowboy Nation. I don't like it at all. I love it. So we got the 917. You're live.
Hello.
What's good with you?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, Lo?
Oh, everything is great.
So my score prediction is 31-21. The only reason I'm even going to give 21 to the Patriots, to be honest with you, is because I notice a lot of times when we get out ahead of them, we usually kind of give up a touchdown, usually because we're playing, prevent defense, and they get like a garbage touchdown at the end.
Facts.
But I think this game is a statement for us, honestly. I think we're going to come in, we're going to play with a chip on our shoulder, honestly, because the whole bullshit of they've beaten us the last 5 games,
right?
Belichick and XYZ. But I think the main reason that we win this game, even though I do think that Dak Prescott is playing on an MVP level, and despite their having good defense with the run, I think Zeke and Pollard are just going to dominate them up front. The line is playing too great. They're playing like the 2014 line where they're knocking guys over. I mean, even if you look at that run play that Zeke had to the touchdown against I want to say it was the Giants or the week before with the 45-yard run. I mean, Terrence Steele just freaking brought his guy back up, 6 yards?
Oh, my God. Yeah, I just need to do a video on that one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I usually, I watch your channel, Okoye and Botch, shout out to those guys. But like I said, man, I just think we're going to dominate them up front, and then, they're not going to be able to compete with us, honestly.
Well, let me ask you this. I want to see if you had the same eyes that I have.
Okay.
With Terrence Steele, is it more of a mentality or a skill set that he's playing with?
I think it's a little bit of both. I will say the mentality does help because, as you all know, especially with football, it's about will. And I think that they're going to break their will. But mainly, when you bully guys up front, after a while, they they don't want to mess with you. It's the same thing where, like Zeke, he's hammering the defense throughout the game. They're not going to really keep wanting to tackle him because he lowers that shoulder and he brings that boom. So after a while, I was like, I got to tackle this guy. So it is a mental thing. Football's a mental sport. At the end of the day.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you from the 917, man. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
That's a good call from him, man. And the reason why I say that mentality is because when you look at it and you contextualize it, like, damn the skill set. We know that La'el Collins is a better tackler. You know, I'm not finna sit here and say La'el Collins is chopped liver, you know. But it's the mentality that Steele is the guy that got the new muscles, and he want to flex it on them. You know, all offseason. Shout out to you, Dwight. He said, I changed the score.
I changed my score.
Go
I
ahead.
think we get ATL East a 40 burger. 45-16. How about them Cowboys?
Woo! Appreciate that from the AI. Appreciate that. Man, and the mindset goes a long way. And shout out to the OC. We was on the final word, and he broke down the post leg and the kick slide and the knee bend, and he goes into the technical aspect of offensive line play, and that's okay. I like it. I don't give a dog how the hamburger or the sausage or the hot dog is made, right? I just want to eat when I'm hungry. And I'm telling you, that's some good food that Taryn still is putting out there. Don't y'all understand what I'm saying? Don't care about what it's all inside of it, as long as it tastes good right now. Woo! And that's some good smelling too. I'm talking about he pulling bodies up off people. He's laying down. He's pancaking. He's finishing. Yeah, he's literally. And I'm sitting there like, finish him. Yeah. We got the 443. You're live.
How you doing, Law?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
Hey, man, I appreciate you taking my call. But I just wanted to ask you about, I know we've been talking about Terrence Steele and La'el Collins.
Mm-hmm.
How about the Connor Williams situation? Do you think if we keep him in the lineup, it will be detrimental to our run in the playoffs? Just because of the tackle play is good. We know. The only thing I have reservation on is the Connor Williams play down the line in the playoffs. What are your thoughts on that? Would it be detrimental to our run? Or do you think we'll be able to?
Anything you're trying to change now may be too late. You're just going to have to Luther Vandross had a wonderful song. It says, love the one you with, right? And old folks says, ride the horse you rode in on. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that the Cowboys should not make the necessary adjustments and should not make the situation to remove players. But I trust Joe Philbin. You know, I said put JP in the chat earlier, and I'm looking at it like there's still time for this guy to make his corrections. It's still early in the season. It's still October. Playoff is not until like December-ish, around that time. So hopefully we can get on this roll and we figure out with Connor Williams. But next year, the Cowboys need to draft 2 offensive linemen that can fit right on in, because we are on the graces right now with Tyron Smith, right? Is any given day, right? And we already know that we at the mercy seat of looking at it like we are not finna re-sign Connor Williams if this is the results that we're getting. It's time to move on from that one. Somebody can say 3 because we need to look at another center. I see you, y'all.
Yeah, definitely.
See how hard it is, man?
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
All right. Salute. Good from the 443. It was a good call. Good observation. Now we go back to New York. 929. You live. Turn your radio down. 929. You live. Once.
929. That's me, Lord.
Yeah, that's you, Chief. Talk to me.
Hey, what's happening, Lord? I'm Carl Williams. I'm a diehard Cowboys fan.
Turn your background down a little bit. And you said you Connor or Carl? Carl Williams. Okay. No relation to Connor, right?
Oh, no. No relation to Connor.
No relations, but go ahead with it.
Lord. Yeah, I was just telling you, our boys is going to be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys will be fine. No need for us to panic about anything. All we got to do is just stay as healthy as we can let our boys go out there and play. I would like to see a little bit more Jabril Cox. I think he needs to get out there a little bit more. I know we just lost Smith, and Cox has a little bit of time to still grow, but he needs to get into some games and get more playing time. I think that'll benefit us a lot.
Thanks.
And hopefully we'll be able to see Kelvin Joseph soon.
Yeah.
But Diggs is doing his thing, and I gotta give a little holler to my boy Brown, Anthony Brown, because he be getting a lot of heat on him. But he's doing pretty well. He's holding his own for the time being, And I think he can only get better throughout the season.
I mean, he's on pace of having his best season ever. If he catches one more interception, and if you get another pass breakdown or pass block, he's up there, man. He's flat out up there. So hats off to Anthony Brown, man. This is not a contract year for him, but this is like, hey, all right, rookie, Kelvin Joseph, Nashawn Wright, I'm not folding up. This position right here belongs to me, and I like it. Iron sharpen iron. So if he probably get him another interception this game tomorrow.
He should. I hope so.
Especially against Mac Jones. Mac Jones will give you a few.
Yeah. It should be a good game. But I think we should get we should get 30 points at least. I think I'll say 30 to 13, 30 to 14. 30 to 14.
30 to 14?
Yeah.
Carl Williams. Appreciate you, man. No relations to Connor. Appreciate you. Good call from him, man. All right. I got my guy, Jay Worthy. What's good with you, man? You're live.
Man. Hey, JD. I was on a couple of days ago. I couldn't chime in. I was at work.
Right.
My job's too noisy. But anyway, I was listening. It's all good comments and everything. Law Nation is really booming. But my thoughts on this game as far as Belichick, what we have to do is play mistake-free football.
Mistake-free.
Looking at the Giants game, we made too many early mistakes that could have cost us, but we were a much more superior team, whereas though that it could carry us over. But Belichick plays disciplined football. They rarely make mistakes. And so what we have to do is we have to just play our game, stay focused, don't make too many penalties or mistakes, and we win this game easily. I'm thinking 35-16.
35-16.
Yes. I think they score one time and get 3 field goals.
My gosh. I'm writing that down, Jay. All right, so appreciate you so much, man. Thank you for calling in, man. That's my guy, Jay Word. All right, I got 25 more minutes, so I got the timer up there, so we will give you guys 25 more minutes with this show, and then I'm gonna have to roll like dice. But I got another guy, 904. You're live. Well, until these phone lines stop, but 904. You're live.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's good? What's good?
Man, it's good talking to you. Hey, I was thinking about something the other day. I'm gonna make this sweet and short. Because you always have, things from the movie 300.
Right.
Okay. Go ahead.
Turn your background down. Turn your background down.
Yeah, let me turn this down.
Yeah.
Let me turn this down. Okay. Jalen Smith, although he got traded, they wanted to keep him. They said, "You're good, we love you, but we can't use you. You're messing up in so many ways, so many words." In the movie, they had this one guy. He was hunchback. He wanted to be a 300 bad.
Yeah.
But he was good with the a spear, but he couldn't raise up the shield. And the man said, "I like where you're going, but you wouldn't be able to help us. You would hurt us more than you would help us."
Mm-hmm.
And so they moved on from him. That's why all these Jalen Smith upset about, because we let Jalen Smith go. The next thing, when we go to New England, Amari Cooper, he ain't forgot what they said about him, that they quit on him. He going off.
Right.
Him and Dak gonna have a good day, and our runners. And for last, you want the score?
I want to score.
You ready for the score?
I'm ready.
35-0.
Woo! Kind of like the Bills game. Like Bills blew out somebody.
You, man, you an awesome guy. As soon as I figure out, and my granddaughter just got out the car, how to send you the super chat, you getting it.
No doubt. So you said, is this Daryl? What's your name?
Daryl. Darryll.
35-0. I got you written down in the book over here. So when that happened, I got something special for you. Appreciate you so much. Thank you for calling in.
This is Sparta!
Yo. Oh, my gosh. That's a good one. 912, you're live.
Hey, what's going on, Big Law?
Nothing to it, Chief. Talk to me, man. Oh, yeah. Turn your
right,
background
man.
down.
Show,
Turn your background down, and
right,
everything else will be great. Let's go with it.
All right, I love your show, man. I've been watching you for the longest, man.
Appreciate it, man.
I mean, I got much respect for you, man. I don't know no other Cowboy fan as big as you is, man.
Appreciate it, man.
I just want to say, by the way, my name is Lloyd, like Lloyd Banks.
Okay,
I
let me
just want
put
to
that
say,
in there.
man, you know, this year's Cowboys team, I've been a Cowboys fan since 1994. And let me tell you something, man. Even that 96, that 95, 96 team, man, let me tell you, this team looking exactly like it. I'm talking about from the offensive line, the receivers, the weapons we have this year, man. This is a Super Bowl team. We have the coordinators.
Facts.
To take us there. I give them much credit. Kellen Moore, I give Quinn all the credit on defense. He got this defense rolling.
Right.
This defense do not look like last year's defense. You got a lot of haters out there. They wanna put the defense down. Okay, if it wasn't for Diggs with the interception, we'll get ran over. If you really pay attention to the games, man, the defensive scheme that we run is unbelievable. It's like they set the opposing offenses up for failure. If you pay attention, I love the defensive line. They putting pressure on the quarterbacks. We doing our thing this year. Super Bowl Cowboys this year, man.
Lord, man, I appreciate you so much, man. What you said? What's the score prediction gonna be?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, Lord. I'm thinking about.
Don't blow me up over here.
37. 37-14.
All right, Lord. Okay, Lord, not Banks. I got you right here, man. From where you from now? Where you from, dog? ATL.
No,
Georgia?
I'm from Miami, Florida, but I stay in Georgia, man.
Georgia,
South
okay.
Georgia.
Florida's. You Florida boys, man.
Oh, yeah.
You got the dreadlock power, man? You got the dreadlocks, bro?
Nah, I been got rid of that.
All right, but you had them. I see, boy, I was right on the money, dog. Oh, man. I'm profiling over here.
Hey, Bit Law, mark me down, too, man. I predict Cowboys, Buffalo, Super Bowl this year, man.
Okay, I'm put this on another page. No, I'm going to put it right here. Cowboys, Bills.
Super Bowl this year.
And you know what? I want look. Don't you know that would be crazy because Cole Beasley would be the reincarnation of Don Beebe, right? And then the whole makeup of their team, like Jake Reed and all of those boys, it would just be a whole. Oh my God, it'd be like a deja vu, I think, all over again. And then they score and let them blow them out. It'd be kind of rough to blow them out, but that would be the all-time highest rated Super Bowl. Vegas need to make that happen.
Well, let me tell you something, Law. It would not surprise me if we would blow them out. And let me tell you why.
Oh, give me that.
Everybody talking about Buffalo, how they offense, how they defense is, right? But what defense they offense really play?
What defense did they offense? Because that's a tricky question.
I'm talking about.
Let me go back, man.
3,
Shoot.
4.
Sheesh. God dog, boy. Let me see. I can't even spell today. Buffalo Bills schedule. Okay.
Okay, you got the Dolphins.
Okay.
They beat the Dolphins. They're not the best defense. Okay. They beat who that was?
35-0 though, dog. Ooh, they dropped
right.
Texans 40-0. You know.
They beat the Jaguars, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's another trash defense. They beat Green Bay, right? Green Bay ain't the best defense. They beat Houston. Come on now, Law. Y'all ain't played Cowboys yet. Y'all will not be able to stop that offense, and our defense will take the ball away from y'all.
And they
It's not
lost.
that great.
How did they lose to the Steelers, though, man?
Exactly. So everybody keep wanting to put their quarterback before Dak. You ain't throwing against nobody.
Damn, but man, I just see those zeros up there, man. And they didn't whoop.
Okay.
Yeah, but I feel you though, man. I feel you, man. They got a little fluff schedule too. If they want to talk about scheduling, and their meat of the schedule. Damn, they got a walk in. Oh, I get it. They the same division. They the same division the Patriots used to be in. Damn, they're the same division Patriots and I'm about to say not used to be in. So they get to play the Jets twice a year. They going to playoff blindly. They going to playoff.
They play the Jets twice a year.
They play the Jets twice. Dolphins twice a year.
They play New England twice a year.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Who is that?
And they got a lot of Falcons on their schedule. They gonna come out. They'll be the number 1 seed coming out of AFC, man.
Let me tell you something.
They got
Cowboys,
an easy schedule.
Bills, Super Bowl, we gonna smash them, man. We smashing anything. Can't nothing stop that offense. You want to load the box? We gonna throw it in there. We gonna put it in the air.
Man,
you want to go 2 safety high? We gonna run it down your throats.
Lord, man, you open my eyes up to so many things, man. I just got to go back. I'm gonna go back and watch some of those games, man, just to see it, man. But they
quick,
tough.
Before I go
ahead.
Let me open your eyes to something else.
Open my eyes.
Game 1, Tampa, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got the Super Bowl champs. They got a chip on their shoulder. Their banners getting raised. Their rings coming out, right?
Mm-hmm.
They hype. They ready to kill something first game, right? This is the Cowboys. Everybody want to beat the Cowboys, right?
Right.
Think about it. Oh, Cowboys couldn't run on the Buccaneers. Why not? Our best man was not there. Well, our second best man, to me, was not there.
Martin, yeah.
So, exactly. So, we couldn't run on them. It's not because we actually outplayed them, Law.
Yeah, we did. That's when a lot of people saying, "Yeah, man, I respect the Cowboys." That's when the media was like, "Damn, man, we respect the Cowboys."
So
yeah,
now
right.
we got that boy back. We got Martin back.
Yeah,
Who's
undefeated.
stopping our run game?
No one. Oh my God, man! You open my eyes, man. Look at this Bills schedule, though. The Bills got it laid. They talking about the Cowboys. See, they don't mention that about the Bills. The 4-letter network don't mention that about the Bills. You know, they got a layup, bro.
And that's why I predict that they will make it to the Super Bowl because they end up with the first seed.
Yeah.
I'm just predicting that the Chargers will get knocked off, probably by Browns or something like that in the playoffs. So now Bills coming out, okay, second round playoffs. They can walk to the Super Bowl for now.
Yeah, I look at it.
You see what I'm saying now?
Yeah. I see what you said. They're like their next toughest schedule was like December the 12th, and that's the Buccaneers, right?
Exactly.
That's the only thing they got. They got literally like the Jets. They got the Patriots. Now I know we finna play the Patriots, and then they got the Panthers. You know, the Panthers been Jekyll and Hyde, and then they got the Falcons, the Jets again. They should be like looking at this thing like, man, we got the Buccaneers. They shouldn't be counting the leaves before counting the eggs before they hatch. But man, you're on the money with it though. But appreciate you, bro.
Right.
Yeah, my dog, man. He opened my eyes, man. Oh, my goodness. All right, Cecil, man, you live. 870.
Hello, hello. How you doing today, man?
Man, doing great, man. Talk to me.
Yeah, mine will be brief here. I was thinking about the conversation you had earlier about Steele and Collins. I was wondering, do you think they fall in the category with like a Romo and a Prescott when I think Romo was trying to come back, and of course Prescott had the position, and would that affect it in any kind of way? I know it's a different magnitude, but I know Steele is playing real good right now. Mm-hmm. So would that affect the camaraderie that they have?
Go with the hot hand philosophy and theory.
Yeah.
Well, they gonna insert him in because we got the bye, and the Romo situation. Right. quarterbacks, they are considered a different type of position. That's the only position that you really can't really touch, and that's the only position that the win-loss ratio goes on them. You can't pull up stats of like what's the win-loss ratio on Tyron Smith or anybody on that old lineman. Yeah. So I saw a video on the Instagram feed. Although La'el Collins is suspended, guess who's right beside him? Dak Prescott.
Oh, okay.
They ain't like this. They are not like this. They like this. They are close together, and I'm quite sure that it will be up to Dak Prescott. Now, if it was up to me, just to me, Cecil, I would say, Connor Williams, I love your services. I love what you do, but I'm looking for a dog nasty that I can put inside. And I know I paid you, La'el, to be a tackle. But I'm the coach.
Right.
I'm going to put you at that guard spot, and I would rather have a dominant left side and a dominant foreseeable right side. And then we can work whatever's left in the middle.
Too.
Yeah.
Yep. That's true.
So I appreciate you, Cecil.
It's just one little thing I want to say to you if you got a second.
Mm-hmm.
The reason we lost New England the last time we played them was because of special teams. So we need to be on our game plan special teams because it wasn't one in the air or on the ground, just the special teams,
Yeah, block
kick. We have to have a game together.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you on that one for the observation.
Are
you not entertained?
Yes,
Are you not entertained?
That's a good call from Cecil, man. I should have asked him, is he related to Jabril? Cecil Cox. All right, so I got not $1 grand. No, not 20 grand. Not 30, but I got 100 in the house. What's good, fam?
Yes, sir. Hey, listen, man. Salute to that last caller talking about special teams.
Mm-hmm.
But they special teams coach ain't there, man. They special teams coach about to get fired. That's what's about to happen. He's about to get fired. So people don't understand that. You got coordinators and you have coaches that's their game plan. Like, Bill Belichick's the head of the ship. Mm-hmm. But he has to have good coaches beside him. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't worry about that too much. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be like 28-21. We're going to win 28-21. That's what I think. I don't think we're going to blow them out. I think it's going to be a close game. I think we just pull it out. 28-21, I think is going to be somewhere in the range of that happening. They can't stop our running game. They're going to try to stop our running game, and then we just going to hit them over the head with the pass. Mm-hmm. And Bill Belichick is going to, he's going to be rattled for a little bit. And
the conference has been locked.
Take over. Now our defense is going to give up some touchdowns. We'll probably make a mistake here or there, and they get touchdowns. But overall, I think we just pull it out, man. It's our year, man. It's our year. And I understand that line that you're talking about. Listen, man. It's work. That might be a wrinkle that they throw in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put that on film right now. You want to wait to the playoffs, then we make that move you talking about, Law.
Oh, you talking about the
Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
offensive line. We make that move for the playoffs because we good right now. Why would you make that move when we rolling right now?
But see, that's the whole. That's the whole situation. 71 comes back this week. After this game, so I know we're going to the bye. Do you against the Vikings? Do you say, "Hey, Terry, still, here's the door"? How you do that? Huh?
I think we do that.
We do. You just do it, huh?
I think we do that. And Terrence Steele, look how you've grown.
And pat him on the back.
Exactly. If we need to come in a pinch, here you go. You got the experience already. You were backup for a reason. You did your job. You get what I'm saying? That's how it works, man. You're the backup. You did your job. See, we want the backups to come in and be starters. You're not a starter. You were backup for a reason. You come in, you pinch hit, you hit the home run, then you sit down on the bench, and you let the starter come back in and finish the job. Now, if the starter comes back in and he's like, then we got Terrence Steele. That's depth.
That would
That's
shatter.
tough, baby.
That would shatter his confidence too, though. The starter.
I don't think it would. And here's why I'm saying I don't think it would. Because he knows if you know your role law and you know what you're supposed to do when you come in and you do your job, I don't think it'll shatter. These are professionals. I don't think it'll shatter his confidence in the fact that we're winning. If we were losing, Law, then you know how people switch up when we lose.
I know
if
it.
You want a losing team, if you want a losing team and you losing, then it's like, man, I don't want to play for these bums no more, man. Then it'll shatter your confidence. But if we're still winning, I did my job. I stepped up in my role. I played a part in this Super Bowl. You get where I'm coming from?
I feel your passion, 100, man. You know, I feel you, man. We got one game out of Collins, and that was the Buccaneers game, right? And he had one of the highest rating games, I believe, from Pro Football Focus in that particular game. So reservations should be, hey, on the other guys, of course, but we will find out what this coaching staff would do, and whatever they roll with, I believe in what Joe Philbin would do. Though I take 100% of whatever he decides to do. I'm not even gonna complain. How about that?
I do too. I agree. If we don't put him in, I'm fine with it. If we don't, I'm fine with it. As long as we still winning games. You know what I'm saying?
But you do know the head coach just said something about Mojo. What is Mojo? Before I let you go, they said don't mess with my Mojo.
So he might sit him down. He might just roll with the Terrence Steele.
Yeah.
But how would that affect Lyle's confidence now? You think about, okay, if Terrence Steele gets taken out, it's going to affect his confidence. What do you think about Lyle? Man, I ain't playing yet. Now my spot got took. You see how he tried to fight back to get back? You get where I'm coming from?
You know how many? You know how many days? You know how many days from 2019 to 2021? I think it's like 700 days, man. It's 700 days since the last time we've seen Lyle Collins. Somebody put that in the comment, man. How many days from 2021 to 2019? Because the last time we saw Lyle play a full season was 2019. Hey, people wasn't wearing masks. If you wore a mask in 2019, people been looking at you. 100. What the hell going on with him? Why he got a mask on? You know, is he
trying to rob somebody? You better move to that side of the
street. Thief! Let them have my princely robes, you know. But that's just an observation there. But I hope, man, Lyle Collins, he's Dak Prescott's best friend. I was looking at the Instagram story, and everywhere Lyle go, I see Dak. So,
so he might play.
He might play.
He's Dak boy. Oh, Terrence Steele, go sit down.
Yeah. But I appreciate you 100 grand. I'm get these last few callers out, man. Appreciate you.
No doubt.
That's my guy right there, man. All right. 410, you in?
How you doing?
Doing great.
Hey, man, quick question, man. Have you watched the Bill Belichick press conference recently?
I haven't watched that one.
We all know Bill Belichick is a confident coach, right? If you go back and listen to his press conference, he was pretty much a little weary about playing the Cowboys this week. He talked about how we have the most experienced coaching staff and how exposed that offense is, and it almost seemed like he just want this game to be over with. Now, I'm a young Cowboys fan, so I've watched Wade Phillips, Bill Parcells, and Garrett Ayers.
Oh my God, man! God bless you, man. Yeah.
The difference in the era is the Super Bowl experience on the coaching staff and the intellect. Do you think that gives us a better shot this year in the run because we have so much experience on that coaching staff and the intellect behind it, or do you think it's just the roster?
It's a mixture, man. It's a big mixture of everything because you can't have too many cooks in the kitchen, right? Or too many chiefs, not enough chefs, or however that saying goes, too many chiefs, not enough Indians, I believe. And whatever that saying is, I messed it up. But I had it right. I had the right intentions, right? But you can't have too many people in there. So you got to have your alpha male, and I'm quite sure that Mike McCarthy is exhibiting that role. Now, not saying that these guys are beta male mentality, especially Dan Quinn, by the way. But it just right now that these guys communicating, they working together, and they on the same page. And I believe that Mike McCarthy have the ability to allow his contemporaries or the people to do their work without putting too much emphasis in on it. So just like the facts of Mike McCarthy, he is known to be an offensive coach, right? On the offensive side. But he teach ball, turnovers, takeaways. And Grandma used to say this all the time, and I believe Grandma is 100% right. Not everybody's lying. So by him keeping that same trend of keeping turnovers, takeaways, following him everywhere he goes, that is something that he emphasizes. So maybe from a offensive mind, he know what's best for the team of getting the ball back to the offense. And he find players or he coaches his staff to go look for those said players. So I look at it like, I think that you learn more from your failure than your success. I'm a living testament of that. So Dan Quinn, he still have the taste of defeat in his mouth from losing in the Super Bowl, and he want to get back to that time. I feel that even Mike McCarthy, he have the taste of, hey, I didn't do the necessary jobs to keep the team in Green Bay under my influence, so I make sure that never can happen again. And I believe that all of that stuff makes a perfect recipe of success, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Including that special teams coach, too, when they lost against the Patriots.
Yeah, Johnny Bones, yeah.
And then my last point is I love the staff, and our Cowboys going to win this week. I say 40-10, and I say Super Bowl, Bills against Cowboys, Dig versus Dig.
Ooh.
America needs that shit. America needs that.
They definitely. What's your name, fam?
Ty. Diggs versus Diggs.
Appreciate you so much, Ty. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for being part of this episode.
This is Sparta!
Appreciate you, man. Oh, man, great episode today, man. We made it. We made it, Cowboy Nation. I thank those who tuned in. Thank those who wanted to call but couldn't get in. But I have to cut that one short. You know, I'm overtime. I said 25 minutes, and we were right at the cusp of it. But I can't believe we cleared out all of those numbers that was in the phone queue. Here we go, 25 minutes. Here we go. The phone line is off now. Countdown talk clicker. Come on now, get away. Wrong one. Here, give me 1 second. Let me get this out the way. Get out the way. Next time when I tell you to move. Get out the way. But Cowboy Nation, I cannot say this loud enough. I really, really appreciate you guys, man. I really, 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 really do. And I know we have a difference of opinions. We're not sitting here saying that we should do this to a player, should do that to a player. It's all the ultimate decision is on the coaching staff. We don't have no control of the outcome. We just spit things out there positive, and hopefully these are the things that stick. Don't get it twisted. There's analyst law, and then there's fandom law, and I love the fandom law better. The analyst law. Thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Session. Of course that law is cool, but I like the fandom. Like, yeah, we're gonna whoop. You know what? But I try to be objective as possible, and I know that these guys got real life situation that they go through, and everybody want to be successful. But there's only one team at the end that lift that Lombardi trophy up. So appreciate you, Lee. Thank you. And there was somebody else that made the donation. I thank you so much, too. Made the $9.99 for your mind donation. And I really appreciate you guys. I think it was Drummer Cam. Appreciate you. Colbert, appreciate you for your donations. Dwayne Wright, appreciate you guys for your donations. If you guys hang tight, man, at the end of all of my shows, I do the chat. We do the shout out. I'm going to get somebody with some wonderful graphics. And maybe I ask my guy $100,000, create me a graphic screen where I can just put up there shout out time, at the end of all of my streams, and give me your thoughts, and I'll read your comments. So even though I'm gone from here, I like to read your comments, and I play about 2 or 3 songs, by the way, at the end. But just because it's at the end, it does not mean that it's over with, right? You know, we play this game with love and adulations, with hope and inspirations. But I come here to tell you guys that tomorrow, when the Cowboys lace them up and put it on the field, that they should look at this opportunity and say, man, oh man, just last year they was counting us out around this time. And the previous years before that, they said, hey, we can't do this, nor we can't do that. Lo and behold, look how everything done changed. Look at the temperaments and the fortitude and the mindset of this particular team. Yes, Cowboy Nation, I tell people all the time, literally, if you fall, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. Try to figure out the next time that, yes, that's a slip area. Pay attention to the signs. Make sure it's dry before you walk there. But now we're walking on dry ground, Cowboy Nation. We see the wet floor signs. We see the red flags, right? I think it's been red flags all this week. People have been posting red flags, right? Red flags when you say, we see people say the Cowboys gonna lose. No, 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 no. It's green over here. Cowboys winning, baby. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme, you dream, is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you will simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strengthens gargacity with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want. If dogged and grim, and besieged and beset it with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, you will get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go, Cowboys Nation. It's time to roll credits. Let's go. Appreciate all of y'all. Love y'all. One love, baby. Let's go get this dub. Yeah.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's I got wifey on blinging, she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. Jeez, no.
I may not be a rapper, but I can freestyle a little bit, right? Shout out to everybody, baby. Super chats, pick and pop. Appreciate you. Justin Day with the $65 holla. Appreciate you. Statistical, drummer Cam, Dwayne Wright, Cobra, Lee, appreciate you. Gaming with Junior, I appreciate you. Shout out to you, Statistical, for the membership. Come on. Hey, for those who join the membership, for those who make them donations, I will do the drawing. Just, it's been so many people on this list that I got to put inside that wheel. Law. We got to put so many names in that wheel. So bear with me. Bear with me. We gonna get it out. Somebody got a free ticket heading your way to the Dallas Cowboys versus Buccaneers. Not Broncos game. Come on. Those bees mess me up. Come on. Turn me up. Sandra Love. Shout out to you. Big and Low. Troy. Ho. Come on. One way or another. Let me know if my audio too loud. Appreciate you. Come on. Come on. 40 burger.
Nowadays, nothing really excites
right.
me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's I got wifey on blinging, she freeze. Photo, please,
come on.
No photos. Jeez,
let's go.
Please, no no photos. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody like me.
Let's nod your head like this.
I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos.
Come on. Shout out to you, Gina. We're good.
I ran up a check, I might do it again.
Enemies
close, have
yo.
me thinking they're friends.
If you watched all the way to this point, and if you're not part of the 65,000 strong we got over here on YouTube, and you ain't subscribed,
if I do it once, I do it again. Add it up,
if you think the Cowboys gonna lose this weekend,
add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up.
If you don't like Law Nation,
everything is on me. Gon' back it up.
If you don't like Law Nation,
told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up.
all the haters, lean forward just a little bit. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car till you tat it up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault.
Come on, baby.
I done doubled up on the workload.
Let's go.
I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay
Jerry.
low. Then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll.
Come on, baby. You gotta get out of here.
That was easy.
Yeah.
Everything is on me.
Hey. Ho. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to you, Terrence. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to you, Lee. Thank you. Bigelow. Appreciate you. Yeah. Bigelow. Yeah. Stephen White. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Sheila Neal. Let's go. Terrence. Let's go. Lord King 83. Appreciate you. Yeah. Jay Lombardi. Check down Mac. Gonna get punched out, right? Ice. Bird. Kill. Yarber. Appreciate you, Dayron. Troy Lee. Off the top rope. Yeah. Sugar Daddy 1. Williams. Player 2. No doubt. As we peruse through the shop. Come on. Come on. Who gonna be the next person with the gift? Come on. And another one. Come on, Cowboy Nation. D. Ship. Asmodeus, one love to you, man. Trade Day, I see you, fam. Don't let the street lights hit y'all. Come on. Danger. Hey, ho. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your play the tune, baby. Y'all notice, baby. I didn't realize how much I say, baby. But baby, let's go. Come on, look at him.
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far.
Be sure to hit that like, share this content, subscribe. Got 35,000 left to go. And shout out to you, the Villa on Facebook, Ramondo, Cedric, appreciate you, Bats.
If a paper crane can fly,
Andre, Jarrell,
fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
The Shooter Black, I appreciate you. Come on, Cowboy Nation. We out.
You have to be your biggest fan.
Got to.
And when things are really tough and
It's
they're
tough.
really rough and nothing's working, but there's something
BC, appreciate you.
I just have to follow that because
Look at Dak, man. Look at Dak, man. I got to go get that hoodie. Yeah. Hey. Shout out to you, Derek. Dallas. Kevin Cobster. Appreciate you. Earl Russell. Clifton Burnett. Wisdom. Gonzalez. Appreciate you. Ismail. Appreciate you. These are the people that's on the Facebook, by the way. Charles Darnold. Jesse! Is that Jesse? Yo, appreciate you, Jesse. For the 99 stars, man. I appreciate you, Jesse. Some people don't know who Jesse is, man, but I know who Jesse is. He the reason why we won the first game we won. Come on. Hey. Shout out to everybody, man. Please put Jesse in the chat box, man, if you know what I'm talking about. Shout out to one of my sponsors, D Game Day, a new sporting betting app. This new company, built for today's fans. Check out the links in the description box, by the way. Your sportsbook promos and betting tips and expert analysis, man. Appreciate D Game Day. Hey, appreciate y'all.
They say an alligator is so ferocious it'll kill a lion, but I can kill an alligator with my bare hands. Little E.T. how? They say when you want to kill an alligator, you kill it right after it eats, because right after it eats, it gets satisfied, and it goes to a state like it's almost paralyzed. We all go through it. You think you the only one? You think you special? You think your pain is worse than my pain?
What? Ain't nobody about to give you nothing. Success is earned. Just because you stronger, bigger, and bolder, ain't nobody about to just hand it over to you. You gotta work for it.
Champions make different types of decisions. Write that down. For real, I'm just being honest. Champions are champions because they make different decisions. Champions make championship decisions. And this is what I want you to understand. Champions are always thinking about the decisions that they're making, because it's the actual decisions you make get you the results that you get. Here's what leadership is. If you are a 1, you cannot expect to lead 2s, 3s, 4, 5s. If you're a 1, you can only lead 0s. It doesn't make you a bad person, you just need to focus on 0s. The problem is you were 1 trying to lead 3s. But when you become the right person and you become a 10, you become a leader. Why? Because 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, they follow you. And so for those of you who, I don't want you to think leadership is you're over somebody. I don't want you to think leadership is a title, because it's not. Leadership is you become.
That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. DC for life. We out. Write all of that down. Let's go.
Because you don't know who you